Good morning, everyone. My name is Nadine Cooper. I'm the Head of People and Culture at Bartia Perry Lawyers. A wonderful initiative that this firm offers students at Western Sydney University is our Bartia Perry Scholarship. This year marks our 6th scholarship, which demonstrates how it is now etched in the firm's culture. We as a firm are really proud to offer these scholarships as we recognise that education is the foundation of every great society, and access to a quality education enables students to confidently enter the workforce and make a difference. We are committed to a diverse workforce, and through this scholarship, we demonstrate our commitment to the advancement of women. Now, to be eligible for this scholarship, there is certain criteria that applicants must meet. And I will just share my slides here to show you what that criteria is. So to be eligible for the scholarship, there is certain criteria as mentioned. They must be studying a Bachelor of Business or Commerce with a Bachelor of Laws. They must be female. They must be able to demonstrate leadership qualities and a commitment to pursuing a career in law. They must be an Australian citizen, and they must be complete an application, including the impact that they feel this scholarship will have on them. This year, we interviewed 6 applicants, which were chosen out of hundreds to go through a rigorous interview panel, of which this year included Western Sydney University representatives and myself. Now, to recap on our previous scholarship recipients, our first scholarship went to Lucinda Borg in 2015, who is now a lawyer in our corporate and commercial team. In 2016, it went to Mariam Nouri, who worked as a lawyer in insurance. In 2017, to Maya Podenick. 2018 to Alyssa Kaponsky, and in 2019 to Shunu Joshi. I'm delighted to welcome our 2020 scholarship winner, Emma Halab. Now, Emma, before we get started, I will just stop sharing my screen so that we can get a full view of you and myself. Welcome to Bartia Perry's Town Hall. I know that you only found out about this scholarship being the recipient 12 hours ago, and you're still digesting that information, and here we are doing a live recording for our town hall. So I appreciate you're still taking all that information in. Now, to kick us off, after just 12 months at Western Sydney University, you have already achieved a distinction average and received a certificate of achievement for high distinctions in 3 subjects. So that's a pretty great start to your first year at WSU. What are you studying and what are your favourite subjects?
Firstly, thank you so much for having me. So I'm currently studying a double degree in law and business. And I would have to say my favourite units so far have been criminal law and also contracts. I really loved the practical aspects of both of those units where I got to, reenact being an actual lawyer representing clients in a courtroom, and that was just so much fun because that's obviously what I want to do after I finish studying.
And I've heard that WSU do a really great job of reenacting those courtroom scenes, so I think that would be a really good experience.
Yeah, it definitely was. I was able to learn so much.
What area of law do you hope to eventually practice?
So I'm definitely interested in becoming a human rights lawyer. I've always been really passionate about equality, and I guess I just hope through becoming a lawyer I can use my own privilege and help others in attaining their rights and being aware of their rights.
Excellent. That does sound like a great field to go into, but I suppose it's still such early days in your law degree that you probably will still be exploring where your passion lies. Now, in your application, you talked about being an ardent believer in equality and possessing a deep motivation to be involved in humanitarian activities. Tell me a little bit about the experiences that have shaped this belief for you.
One experience which is probably my most memorable experience was when I fundraised for schools in Indonesia through my high school. I started organising events, and it really became a community effort where we were able to raise not only enough money to purchase schooling equipment, but also to build functioning toilets and a bus shelter for the kids, which was so amazing knowing I was able to, positively impact their lives in such a positive way, even if it was to a small extent, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And this was in year 12, was it?
Yes, that was in year 12.
Okay. And so after just 1 year at WSU, I'm sure that there's many community initiatives that you'd also like to get involved in with them.
Yeah, so I'm really interested in getting involved in the Citizen Scholar Award, which, really promotes students getting involved in the community and taking initiative and wanting to make a difference.
Absolutely. So you were also a PASS facilitator. What does PASS stand for? How did you get involved in this, and how did you get chosen to be a PASS facilitator?
Yeah, so PASS stands for Peer Assisted Study Sessions. So I basically provide study sessions every week for first year university students. So I personally facilitate the unit Criminal Law, which I did in my first semester at uni. And yeah, I actually received an email from the university asking me if I wanted to become a PASS facilitator because I received a high distinction in the unit, and I applied straight away. One of the main reasons why I really wanted to be a PASS facilitator is because, I've been in their position. I was in their position last year, so I really understand it can be hard transitioning in the first year of uni, especially if you don't have the right study skills and techniques. So yeah, knowing I'm able to make that transition a bit easier for them is really makes me happy.
Yeah, and you mentioned in your interview process that you actually already received some really good feedback from a student that you had been mentoring. What was their feedback to you?
Yeah, so I received such a lovely email from one of my students, and they were just thanking me for my session, saying that it's helped them so much in understanding the content. And it was just so lovely to know that the sessions actually do help them, achieve good marks. And yeah, it was really great.
It's great to already have such an impact on people in such an early phase of your studies. So I'm interested to hear about women who have inspired you. Who in particular inspires you and why?
I would have to say someone that's really inspired me personally is Amal Clooney. I really admire everything she's done in the legal field, specifically for the rights of women on an international scale. I know that there's so many women around the world that just because of where they were born, they're still fighting for those basic fundamental rights, choosing who they want to marry or even just driving a vehicle. And I really admire what she's done, and she's really motivated me to use my own privilege and to really take initiative and get more involved in the community and help others and really truly make a difference.
For anyone who may not know her, are you able just to give a quick background as to who she is?
Yep. So she's a human rights lawyer, and she's really she's focused on really specifically the rights of women on an international scale and helping women that haven't been able to attain their rights. She's really helped them in that aspect, which I really admire personally.
She sounds incredible. Now, why did you apply for this scholarship, and how will it assist you in your career in law and making a difference in your community?
So one of the main reasons why I applied for this scholarship is because I just really loved everything that the Bartier Perry Scholarship really embodies. It's all about, empowering women and finding the next generation of female leaders who truly want to make a difference in their community. And that's something that really personally resonated with me. And it's something that I've always strived towards, if that makes sense. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to be the recipient of 2020. And this scholarship will not only allow me to focus on gaining practical experience in the legal industry, but also to focus on causes and initiatives I'm really passionate about and that I really want to start getting more involved in. I'm not going to lie, it's definitely been difficult studying full time and working 2 jobs to find the time to actually do what I'm really passionate about. So yeah, I'm just so grateful because this scholarship will really allow me to focus on my career and life goals, which I wouldn't have been able to without it. And that's something I will forever be grateful for.
That's amazing to hear. Thanks for sharing that, Emma. And you actually mentioned in your application that you're one of the first generations to go through university without parents having gone through it. They must be really excited about this opportunity for you.
Yes, they're so happy. My dad's already told so many of his friends. They're both so proud.
Oh, that's lovely. Good to hear. Now, Emma, you were actually shortlisted as an applicant last year, and it was so early on in your studies. We didn't have any academics for you. We felt like potentially we should give you another year just to get involved in WSU. And you've brought yourself back again and been shortlisted once again out of hundreds of applications. I'd love to know what actually brought you back to apply again.
Yeah, so for me, I've never really been one to let my failings and not getting an opportunity define me, if that makes sense. So, I feel failing is inevitable. It's a part of life. It's always going to happen. And I feel it's really important to view those failings as a real opportunity to grow and learn. And I actually use it as motivation to do better the next time around. So, yeah, I feel like that having that perspective is really important. And yeah, I knew even last year, even if I didn't get it, I was still going to reapply because I just really loved everything that the scholarship was about, and I learnt so much the first time around.
Well, I'm really, really happy that you did apply again, and that all that effort has paid off. So congratulations. The last question I'll ask of you, Emma, is if you could just tell me, because this will be a great help for preparing for graduates in future, what can we expect from Gen Z in the workplace in the next few years?
I would have to say to definitely expect a greater level of social awareness. We've definitely grown up with technology at our fingertips, and we definitely have a deeper understanding of the greater social issues in the world, and kind of how that, the impact that has had. And yeah, I've met so many amazing people at uni already that are just filled with so much passion and drive to, make a difference and take initiative and really improve the world. And yeah, I'm just so excited to see what we all will be able to accomplish in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's very good advice and helpful for me in preparation for that next generation. Emma, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. You've done an amazing job in turning around for an interview with such short notice. We won't be able to do live questions to the audience because this is a pre-recorded webinar, but I'd like to invite the audience to please send through any questions to Taylor or myself, and I can absolutely interact with Emma to get answers to you. Emma, we really look forward to an ongoing relationship with you over the years, and we really look forward to seeing how you flourish and continue to excel in your education and your career in law. So congratulations again, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for this opportunity. I'm speechless.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you.